What's up, babes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya. If this is your very first time here. Today, I got a video for y'all that I promised you was coming. A few weeks ago, I did do a full face of drugstore products, but it was more glam, more color. It was like a purple and gold look. And I told you guys I was gonna be coming back with a natural look, and that's what we are doing today. In the comments of that video, you guys did make some product suggestions for me, so I made sure that I picked some of those up so that we can create this look today. Before we hop into it, please make sure that you hit subscribe below. I don't want you to miss any videos that I got coming your way, and that 10K giveaway that is coming. Make sure you're subscribed. Also, please make sure that you hit the notification bell as well so that you are updated when new videos go up. Let's go ahead and hop right into this video. Like I just said in the intro, which I haven't technically filmed the intro yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say it. I have been promising you guys a drugstore tutorial that is natural. Y'all came for me in the comments of that video telling me what products I was missing out on, products that I apparently didn't know about, powders that were available for darker women that I had not gotten yet, and a lot of those products had like slipped my mind. So today we did make sure we got a little run, mask on and all, to pick up some drugstore products that you guys were recommending in the caption of that video. So we are going to start off with brows. If any of you guys watched my Jackie video, the video where I did my makeup like Jackie, yeah, I will never do my makeup again without doing my brows first. That's never gonna happen again. My brows was just not looking the way I needed them to look. You know, you feel like when your brows are done, everything falls into place. Everything could be a little straggly, a little not so popping, but if your brows are snatched with a nice cute little lash, honey, you're good. For the brows today, I'm gonna go into this LA Girl Brow Pomade and with this angle brush, and I will be honest, all the tools that I'm using today are not drugstore. This one is from Nabla. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw on my brows or fill them in, whatever may you. And brows is not that exciting, so we're just gonna skip through this a little bit. And this spoolie that I'm using is from CoverGirl. This is their CoverGirl Brow Pencil, but I didn't necessarily want to use that. Is my light going out? Whoa. Okay, y'all, my ring light is flickering and I'm getting real nervous about that. We're just gonna hope and pray for the best right now. Oh no, I just saw it dim again. Please stay on, please. So the concealer I'm gonna use to sculpt this out is the concealer that we are going to be using today, and this is the Infallible Full Wear Concealer from L'Oreal, and this is in the shade Honey, 415, and she's a brand new bottle. I have used this shade before, so I know that it works well for my skin tone. So the brows are done. Primer today, I didn't know if I wanted to use my e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer or if I wanted to go in with my Master Prime from Maybelline. This one is, must admit, my favorite one, but I did use this on the previous video, so I think we're gonna go into e.l.f. Illuminating. And obviously I did already do my skin moisturizing. I know I like to have my skin nice and moisturized before we go in with makeup, so that we have a nice even base for the foundation and primer and everything to go on top of. And especially if you have dry skin, please make sure you're moisturized underneath, because that is just how cracks and all types of stuff happen after you pile on product after product and powder after powder. Whew. I can't even imagine. So I took you guys' advice, and I had never tried it before, but we did go ahead and get us some L'Oreal Infallible foundation. Very excited about this because I've heard nothing but great things about this foundation. The shade that I got today is in 525, and I'm just really hoping and praying that it's my shade. It looks a little red, but we're gonna see how it works out here in a moment. Okay. The brush I'm using is from e.l.f. This is their ultimate blending brush. Okay, yeah, she is a little red, but we're gonna make it work. I think I might go ahead and mix it a little bit. Matter of fact, first of all, this coverage is crazy good. It's really good. I'm loving this coverage, but yeah, this is a little too red for me. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it a little bit with my Maybelline Superstay foundation, because I do feel like an Oompa Loompa right now. And that ain't cute. But you know, unfortunately with everything that is going on, I couldn't actually like try it on while I was there. So we're just gonna make this a little more neutral with the Maybelline Superstay. And maybe sometime in the future, I can actually get my right shade. But for now, I tried to just go for what I know and shade match myself online. Sis, that does not work. You know, I tried for you guys, but that foundation shade is just not the right one. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And I feel like once we put concealer on top of this, you know, balance out the redness in this one. For concealer, we are gonna go ahead and contour first. I'm gonna go into the Infallible Full Wear Concealer, which is in 435 Coffee. And you guys know that I've used this plenty of times. I'm looking real red. You know what? That's a lie. I'm gonna go in with concealer first because I'm just not liking how this is looking. I'm just gonna go ahead into concealer so that I can even out this color. The coverage is bomb, but she bothered me. So we're going back into Honey to highlight. And hopefully this brings us back where we need to be and not so red. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the darker one. Not too much, y'all already know how this concealer gets down. I don't mind more like of the lighter concealer to highlight because I feel like blending that out is not so bad as how this travels. I mean, it travels too, but I really don't know how to explain what I'm saying. But the more you blend this out, the more like it spreads and gets darker. Whereas this one, I feel like you really can just pat it into the face and just build coverage versus moving it around because you don't have to move it around. This is probably not making any sense at all. So the first thing I'm gonna do is blend out the contour before we go into the lighter part. I'm doing this with my Real Techniques brush. This one is a drugstore brush. So we got at least one or two, and the e.l.f. one is as well. So, you know, our main brushes we're using are drugstore today. So I'm gonna blend this out, and I put the perfect amount because it's not going too crazy as it usually does when I go in with way too much. And we're gonna push the contour on the forehead into the hairline like we usually do. Nothing new there, sis. I think the foundation is looking better now. Even before we even blend in our highlight color, we're looking better. It's coming together, it's coming together. And when I have like little parts like this or little swoops in my hair, I do go in a little bit with the brush, like tap in those spaces so that it's not like dark and then you see like the spaces in my hair that's like brighter, obviously because it doesn't get much sun. Okay, number one, from the Jackie video, I did take away, if you watched it, that drying your concealer down or letting it dry down a little more does produce more coverage. I have been wanting to try that for a while, and when I actually did it, I was shooketh. I loved it. I really do believe it gives more coverage, so I'm happy we've let this sit for a few minutes here. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes since I did put that on, and we are going to attempt to use this LA Girl sponge today to blend out. I am not a huge fan of this sponge, and I haven't used it in a while. We're gonna try to use a drugstore sponge today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend. So just off the back, blending that out, it just worked way better than it has worked before when I did use this sponge. Not as soft as a beauty blender, more dense, and for me that doesn't work too well when it's wet to blend out concealer. But the fact that I let this dry down a little bit first just made that so much easier. So if you cannot afford a beauty blender or you ain't trying to spend $20 on a sponge, regardless of if you can afford it or not, getting a more affordable one that maybe doesn't perform as good as a beauty blender, if you just let your concealer dry down, it probably will work a lot better. We just learning new things today. Because sometimes when I use sponges like this, I feel like I have to go back in with my beauty blender to get rid of creases or to get rid of lines of demarcation that I wasn't able to get rid of with this kind of sponge. Like you see, we have lines of demarcation there, but I'm not gonna go in with a beauty blender. I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush and kill the lines there. Since this is my base color, I don't want to go back in with a darker shade because that's just going to bring more darkness down, and that's not what I want. I want a gradient of light to dark, and this is our base shade, so it kind of just mutes it and makes it blend. I feel like I'm far away from you guys. You can't really see that this is blending it the way I need it to, and that is really surprising to me because I definitely had my beauty blender right here, ready to go, waiting in the shadows to rescue a sister. So I don't even need her, which is cool. I feel like I've already, with how I blended out my contour, have kind of a sculpted look underneath my cheekbone. So I don't necessarily need to go back in with more product, but I am gonna take the excess that's on the sponge and just pat underneath. just to help define the area. And another thing I'm gonna quickly do is go over my eyelids a little with the excess as well. See the difference between this one and this one. We are gonna go in with some slight natural eyeshadow. So I want my eyes to be prepped and not like nothing on them when everything else is set. So something else that I did get from the recommendations in the comment section of my last drugstore tutorial is the Fit Me Loose setting powders. I was aware of these, but it totally slipped my mind. I did not actually buy the product or get the product when it launched, so I guess I just missed the boat. But now we're on the boat. We're no longer drowning and we're gonna do it. So I did only get one powder though, so I did get a lighter powder so that I can set underneath, and so I don't have like a white or light powder. Last time I used the Airspun, I believe, and it's not my cup of tea, and this one is more suited for my skin complexion. This is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 30 Medium Deep. All right, I'm gonna pour a little bit. Whoa! I'm gonna pour a little bit of this on the lid area. This is where I get a little scared because I don't think I want to go in with the with this to set. Sis, no. I think we're gonna do the Beauty Blender just to, you know, just to help a sister out. I just don't know how it's gonna turn out if I do. I guess we can try it. Cause y'all wanna see the alternative. Y'all wanna see the affordable alternative. So I'm gonna stop being a punk and we're gonna try it. But first thing I realized we did not do before we hop into that really quick is a little bit of contour down the nose. And I'm not doing too much because I am about to blend this downwards just to get a little bit of a shadow to define our nose. I'm gonna go ahead and kill these lines with the booty of my Beauty Blender and we can hop into powder. So like I said, we are going to go ahead and try out using the LA Girl sponge in our powder. So I'm gonna make sure I don't have no creases first. Why do we open our mouth when we do this? It has nothing to do with the mouth. No, I feel like it stretches it out, see? It's necessary. Don't let nobody tell you that. I'm almost about to bash myself. It's needed. So I'm gonna dip this in here. Same process, put it on the back of my hand and go in. Okay, that worked. That worked. No, I was so scared. I just feel like the cheaper sponges are not as absorbent and they're not as soft and, you know, like a Beauty Blender. You know, there's just a huge difference, but this is actually setting pretty well. And for this forehead area, I'm actually gonna go in with a brush to finish that off. And down the nose, we're gonna do the same thing and squeeze Beauty Blender or a sponge to go down the nose. And of course, you can use a more tailored brush for this, but I'm lazy, so yeah, that ain't happening today. So since I did do that though, see, obviously I gotta have another step since I'm being lazy. Just gonna go back down the sides of the nose to make sure I'm still contoured. Let's talk about this Maybelline powder though. Sis, come through. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh, I hate how makeup be on my lips and making my lips look all ashy. Back to the Maybelline powder. I am in love with this. I'm excited to get back to the store. Don't know when that's gonna be due to Miss Corona. So I'm excited to get back to the store to pick up the skin tone powder. This one's a little light, so it's perfect for my highlighter, but the deeper, I think it was called cocoa powder, that is for like the rest of your face and it's skin tone. So I am very excited to get to the store to get that. But for now, we do not have a powder that is drugstore to set the rest of the face. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna use my Mented. It's fine. Everybody just calm down. That's the only thing today that we're gonna use that's not drugstore. I've just gotten used to setting the rest of my face, which is something that you need to do. It's something that I actually never used to do. I used to just go right in with like some bronzer or whatever contour powder, and that's just not good. This actually gets rid of the shine and the sheen in the same way that you get rid of the shine and the sheen in the highlighted areas. And then I also like to use this powder, which is a skin tone powder, to set my smile lines. And I just cannot do my makeup without setting my smile lines. It's just not gonna happen. Now I do want to go back in with my brush to just highlight this area. So with the brush, I'm dipping into the Maybelline powder and I'm just gonna dust underneath our contour. And when you're doing this, you wanna bring the line towards the edge of your mouth, and that's really what's gonna give you, like from the front, you can see that sculpt. bring it towards your mouth so you know what direction to go. When you go like this, it should be a straight line. I want to bronze just a little bit. We don't really need to bronze, but I want to do a little bit, and I don't have a particular bronzer for my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the eyeshadow palette that I was going to use today, and this is the LA Girl Pro Mastery eyeshadow palette, and this one is in, I don't know which one this is, but this is what she looks like. So in this palette there is a there is a brown shade here in the corner, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a bronzer brush to go ahead and use that as a bronzer. So I don't want too much because that is a deep shade, but I do want to just bring warmth into the face. Now for my liking, I feel like I contoured a little too deep, so I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just going over and around that contour, and that'll just kind of blend it in more, make it not so sharp. I don't know if y'all see what just happened there, but it helps. So having a beauty blender on, oh, I'm sorry, I know this is a drugstore tutorial, but I ride with the beauty blender. It can fix so many problems, and I'm about to say the formula of it. The way it's made, whatever it's made out of, is a lifesaver, sis. So it is an investment. If you're serious about your makeup game, baby girl, spend that $20. It's fine. I've had this one for a while now. I deep clean her a lot. It's probably time for me to replace this one. I do have a lot of beauty blenders, but it's my favorite one, obviously. But it's worth the $20 investment. I just gotta say it. If you're serious about your makeup game, you need one. We're gonna hop into eyes. I do want to do something that's very, very natural, neutral, something that is good and perfect for every day. So for that reason, we are not going in with a whole lot of eyeshadow today. We're gonna do something super duper easy. So like I said, we are going into this LA Girl Pro Mastery eyeshadow palette, and with kind of a loose blending brush, after we make sure we don't have any creases, because today I don't really want you guys to have to do a whole lot of like light concealer on the eye or anything to prep. We're just gonna make it really cute, natural, and simple. I'm gonna go into this shade here, which is a brown shade, and with this brush I'm just going to sweep this into, let me get a little closer. With this brush, I'm just gonna sweep it into the crease area. You can see it, but you can't see it, you know? It's gonna end up being a very neutral eyeshadow look. So I'm sweeping this into my crease, so y'all already know how to find your crease. Tilt that head back if you need to, and fill your ball. You see how I'm kinda outlining my ball? I'm slacking, y'all. I just realized how chapped my lips were. See, when your lips chapped and then you put something on, it really shows how chapped they actually were. All right, we're back. So yeah, this is just, you fill and you can outline your ball, and that tells you where your crease is. Very easy, very simple, especially for my ladies with hooded eyes. You might feel like it looks weird, but it doesn't. To everyone else, it looks perfect. So it's okay if it kind of comes over your crease, like your physical, like fold of skin, it's fine, because it follows the contours and it's perfect for you. So whatever your crease is, sis, that's what you need to follow. This literally might be the most natural look I've ever done. So if you're good with blending, you know, you can use this to make sure everything is blended. There's no lines of demarcation. But if not, you can go in with a clean brush, and just on the edges of that, you can just brush over it just to make sure that it's blending into the skin. While we're at it, I'm gonna go into the bottom lash line with that same shade. A lot of people feel like they don't need a bottom lash line color, but if I'm giving recommendations, which apparently I always am, I feel like it's necessary just to complete the look. Even with something so slight and light like this, it just makes the eye look complete, you know? One of these days, come to think of it, I will do a tutorial where I don't do the bottom. That is very rare for me. And here's the thing, back in the day when I didn't know how to do eyeshadow, and there was a day where I used to be like, there's no way I could ever do eyeshadow. Back in the day when I used to just like put some shimmer on the lid part underneath my fold of skin and think that I had a cut crease. Yeah, back in those days, I didn't think I was ever gonna get eyeshadow. So if you struggle with eyeshadow, sis, just give it some time and give it some practice. It ain't gonna get better with time, I take that back. You need practice and then time. Yeah. And do you guys think I should do an all matte look? Or should we add a little shimmer to this? Decisions. I feel like we want this to be matte today. I haven't gone matte in a while, so I'm gonna go in with this muted brown, lighter shade right here. And it's literally like 2 shades lighter than the one we use for the crease, 2 or 3 shades. And with a flat paddle brush, I'm going to just put that on the lid. And it's not super lighter. I don't know, it's not as light as I want it to be, so I'm gonna mix it a little bit with this shade that's right here too, just to make it a little bit brighter, because I want like a nude blended matte eye. Y'all see where we're going with this? And one thing that I feel helps me a lot is when you do have a flat paddle brush, you can really just push that color up into the crease like that, and it helps the blending of those two shades. And you could use the brush that you use to blend out the crease, the more clean one, and just dust over where those two meet, and you have your eye. Very clean, very neutral, very natural eye we have today. For that reason, I don't want to go in too much with eyeliner. Preferably I would like to go in with a brown, but I don't have a drugstore brown liner. But I do have a black liner from Revlon. I'm sharpening it right now. This is their So Fierce Vinyl eyeliner. And I'm going to go ahead and just put this on the lash line and smudge it out. I'm gonna go in with some mascara here in a moment, but before I do, I'm gonna go into these lashes today, and these are from Kiss. This is their Lash Couture Triple Push Up Collection, and this is in Brassiere. And I'm gonna go ahead, open these, and put some lash glue on it just to save me some time. And of course, the lash glue I'm using is from Duo, which is a drugstore lash glue. The mascara we are using today is also from Revlon, and it is their So Fierce mascara. I'm gonna put this on my top lashes to prepare for my falsies. Y'all know I usually do like a nude liner in the waterline. I think we're gonna just X that today, aren't we? I don't think I have one. Yeah, we're just gonna go in with mascara on the bottom lash line. Matter of fact, no, we're gonna do that after lashes. So I'm gonna pop these lashes on. Y'all do not sleep on drugstore lashes, especially the Kiss like Lash Couture ones that are nice and fluffy and long. Sis, don't miss your blessing, okay? Now I might need to cut these because these are a little long. And I mean long as far as the band length, not like the length of the lashes, because y'all know I will rock a long lash. So now I feel comfortable going in with some mascara on the bottom lash line. So I feel like putting on my lashes, if I already had that there, would just totally smudge them in some way, shape, or form. All right, so our eyes are done. Our face is pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead in with a little bit of blush. Y'all know I'm not really a blush type of chick, but for the sake of the all drugstore tutorial, I am gonna go ahead in with a little bit of blush. The blush I'm gonna use today is the Rimmel London Maxi Blush, and this is in Rendezvous. And we're gonna go into this just a little bit. I don't want too much, just on the apples of the cheeks. See, that's really all we need. Y'all can see a little rosy tint there, a little bit. I'm slowly getting more and more into blush. Okay, ooh, that's a lot. Jesus, that was a lot. It's fine, it's okay. Fine. It could be all right. I don't know. That was just a lot. So we're gonna blot some of that off. And again, Beauty Blender fixing problems for the girls since whenever it was founded. So now, before we get into lips, we are going into highlighter. First of all, let it just be known that we could just leave it like this. You know, it's matte, it's very cute and natural and everyday. So for that reason, we're gonna go into highlighter, but we're not gonna go as crazy as I don't know. We gon' see. Now, I would love to just use my Maybelline highlighter. Y'all know I love the Master Chrome highlighter from Maybelline, but I want to go ahead and use something different today. I want to use her. She's right here, and I want to use her so bad. But no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do something different. I either want to go into the LA Girl Sunlight Sensation highlighting palette or the Makeup Obsession Dedicated Face Palette, which has a cute highlight for us right here, nice and gold. I believe I used LA Girl last time, so I think we're gonna go in with Makeup Obsession, and let's just see what this shade looks like. Oh, no mirror. It's just so sad when you open up palettes and there's no mirror. So we're using this one, but we are gonna use a mirror for the LA Girl one. Okay, that's a subtle highlight. That's pretty. I like it. I think it's pretty. I've been seeing less and less people put like a highlight underneath their brow. I don't know if that's not in anymore, but I didn't get the memo, because I still love that. And I've been loving like bringing your highlight from here to here, because I always have such sculpted brows. I don't do this usually, but for today, I think I am gonna just bring it down in that little L shape. And I feel like when you do your highlight like that, it always looks really pretty, like in the sun when you turn your face and you have just like highlighted right there. Sis, get your life, sis, get your life. So I think it's about time that we need to do lips because they getting chapped again. So I do have a couple of lipsticks from Makeup Revolution. One of them is in Latte. They are both brown nude shades, and the other one is in Latte. It's both the same shade, okay. Okay, Maya, let's put that one away because that's brand new and I can just give that to you guys in the giveaway that's coming. So I'm gonna set this one to the side because she's new. No one's ever touched her. She's fresh. And I think I want to use this. Let's see if we need a liner. Ooh, that's cute. Hold up, let me see what it look like without a liner. Something about this vibe. I'm loving it, but y'all know we need a liner with this, right? Okay, we're not gonna do that. So the liner I think I'm gonna use is the BFF4 liner from Colourpop and Shayla. And we're just gonna mix those together. And something that I just realized we did not do is an inner corner highlight. Oh, look, all that stuff just went, oh, Jesus. I'm gonna go in a little bit with an inner corner highlight from this, using the same highlighter. The inconvenience of not having a mirror on this palette is getting to me in this moment. And as I should have done before, which I did not, was spray my face. I like to do that before lips, but it's fine. I'm gonna use this LA Girl setting spray. And I do plan on having this makeup on for the rest of the day, so let's hit it. And y'all know how I feel about making sure you push it in. Another thing that Beauty Blender is perfect for, because I feel like that LA Girl one would not really do, like, push this into the skin the way it needs to be pushed in. All right, loves. So this is our finished drugstore beat. It turned out pretty good. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I think it ended up turning out pretty well, given that the foundation was not my exact shade, not my exact undertone, but your girl fixed the problem and I think it's cute. This is very neutral, natural for every day. And I feel like this would have been perfect with just a lip gloss in general without like the extra ombre that Maya always sprinkles on there. You know, that's just me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Comment below, let me know what you thought of the look. Also, please share this video with your friends if you feel like they will find it helpful. Also, make sure you hit subscribe below so that you are updated when new videos come out. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.